Is it the chosen one? He will avenge us.
We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little.
The world he created exists for itself.
And so, my fellow nerds, ask not what your fandom can do for you, ask what you can do for your fandom.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey guys, how's it going? Long time no talk. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Everything looks good. We're ready to go. How's everybody doing? It's been a while. I've been tucked into my little hidey hole playing Hogwarts Legacy for like 6 days in a row. We got a bunch of news about Star Wars. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't really want to talk about a lot of it, but we're gonna. So I hope you guys are ready to get into a little bit of trouble tonight because the news has been probably less than optimistic, I suppose. Now, it could be rumor. It could all not be true. Tough to say, but we're going to go over it. Formulate your own opinions. We're going to be pulling some information from another YouTuber today, WDW Pro. If you don't know who that is, I have linked the channel in the description below. I actually linked the video in the description below, some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about. There were a couple of very interesting revelations. Usually I stay away from the leaks. I try to stay away from that stuff. I used to be heavy into it, but honestly, it just kind of ruined stuff for me. But this seems to hold some weight. It seems like there are some things that definitely hold water when it comes to this leak. So I want to go over it with you guys, see what you think. I'm going to put a little bit of lo-fi on because I love my lo-fi. I can't stream without my lo-fi. We're just going to put it on nice and gentle. How about that? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back. I see so many beautiful people here. Oh, my God. Look at that. I got to catch up here. John Graber's here. King's Advisors is here. What's up? That boy Steve Roland New. Oh my God, I gotta go. Justin, the Star Wars Marvel purist, is here. What's going on? Star Wars MCU OG is here. What's up? Valiant Archer. Corso Travin. I'm making sure I don't mistakenly say something wrong here. Brendan DeLumpa, good to see you. Legendary Tron is in the house. What's up, brother? I gotta talk to you soon, by the way. Paul Taylor is here. Good to see you. Karen Owen, good to see you. X-Wing is here as well. That's good. Ronnie is here. What's going on, brother? Tevin Daniels, Legion of Maul, my friend, is here. JD636, my homie. Got to meet you in Nashville. Wish we could have spent more time together. That Star Wars Dog is here. Star Wars Dog, remind me at the end of this stream, please, to go back and update my channel members for the intro because I keep forgetting. Nick Coolio, the Great and Powerful, is here. How you doing, brother? Oh, who did I miss? Donna Hergenrether, Spring Heel Jack. What's going on? I think I got Paul Taylor already. Darth Maximus is here, my good friend. Alan Copeland, the homie, in the chat. And Scott Westbrook already coming through with a $5 super chat saying, good evening. Here's a $5 to start you off with a smile. It did start me off with a smile. Thank you, man. I've been streaming to like 4 people for the past week, so it's weird having so many people in here. I'm trying to catch back up, trying to get back in the groove. I see Donna Hergenrether here again. Scott Westbrook, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it, bro. You don't have to do that here. Darcipio saying what's up. Matthew Childs, my unofficial little brother's here. What's up, dude? And Brendan DeLumpa with $1.99. We'll do it live thing. Yeah, one of my favorite moments probably in live TV history ever. And there's Weavin. Oh, he's always so upset. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. So, some news came out the other day, and it was something that a lot of us kind of in the YouTube community were waiting to see what was going to happen. None of us wanted to jump on it, and I think I've been sitting on it this week because I was hoping that something might change. I was hoping that maybe we were going to see a little bit of a change in the news, maybe something that would indicate that maybe this wasn't true, or hey, by the way, we let these out so we could find a leaker. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. We've been patiently waiting to find out exactly what the future of Star Wars is. We've been waiting for something official. While we haven't gotten that, what we did get was a very interesting set of documents that, like I said, WDW Pro went over extensively with Echo Base Network. Again, that video is in the description below, detailing exactly what the plans for the future of Star Wars are. So I know for me, one of the most important things with Star Wars, and I've said this over and over again, is that we have to get theatrical releases. We have to get movies. It's just in the blood of Star Wars. And I have said over and over again, I feel like Star Wars is just bleeding out on Disney Plus. And when we look at the numbers, Disney's bleeding out on Disney Plus. They're throwing a bunch of money into these projects, and they are not necessarily getting the return on investment that I think they should be getting. And regardless of how many people sit there and try to tell me that Star Wars is booming right now and it's the best it's ever been, the numbers do say otherwise. And I can tell you right now from the fans that I talk to, it seems as though it's otherwise. So no, it's not. I see you in the chat talking about the article. It's not that article. No, I'm going to pull this up so we can just kind of briefly look at it. So essentially what happened is there was a meeting about the future of Star Wars, and there were discussions to be had about what is the most economically sound way to move forward with Star Wars. So this was not at all and this is another reason why I feel like it holds weight. This was not at all a culture war discussion. This wasn't about the future of Lucasfilm. We have to save the soul of Star Wars, and Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy had lightsabers and they fought in Lucasfilm Studios. This was a discussion about the financial aspects of Star Wars and what's going to be the easiest way to move forward. So anytime you start a rumor or a leak with at least a little bit of logical reasoning behind it, I feel like it's going to hold a lot more weight for me. So that's what we wound up with. We wound up with a financial discussion, and essentially what they went over was, if we're going to move forward, how do we maximize the amount of income while minimizing the amount of money that we have to spend? Ultimately, what that winds up with, when you already have billions of dollars invested into a park that is themed in the sequel trilogy, 2 parks, I should say, and a hotel that are themed in the sequel trilogy, what would it cost to rebrand all that stuff, to change it? If we're going to move in a different direction, not necessarily retcon the sequels in any way, but at least move in a different direction. Ultimately, they found that the cost there was not effective to the result. So guess where we're staying? We're staying with the sequel trilogy. Now, there's some other things that went along with this that kind of concrete in exactly what we're talking about. But for now, all you need to know is basically what's stuck on the board with a thumbtack is we're staying with the sequels. Now, this is far enough in pre-production that we don't necessarily know that's exactly what they're going to do, but at the moment, that is the plan moving forward. Now, this is obviously something we've talked about ad nauseum, and I think we all kind of knew this was coming, but that's where we're standing. Next was going to be, who exactly are we actually going to involve in the movies going forward? Because we have all these characters that are either dead now or dead in real life, or, killed off in the sequel trilogy. Who do we have moving forward? So they did a poll, they did a test to see what was more attractive to an audience, both normies and people who are crazy about Star Wars. And they polled BB-8 against R2-D2. I don't think you guys need to be told exactly what happened there. R2-D2 polled way, way, way higher than BB-8. And so they decided they're going to have a character tier list, essentially. BB-8 now sitting on tier 2, R2-D2 sitting on tier 1. So we have our first character that we know is going to be definitely heavily portrayed in the movies moving forward. But who's going to be our main protagonist? Do I need to tell you? I think you know exactly who it is. Let's see if anybody can guess in the chat. Who's going to be the protagonist moving forward? Who's going to be our main person? Who's going to be our main person?
It's like...
Yeah. Yep. See a lot of it in the chat. So yeah, Rey Skywalker is going to be the main protagonist moving forward, along with some other characters. Now, basically, they're calling it the Fantastic Five, right? These are the pillars that are going to be moving forward. R2 is going to be one of them, which is nice, but we have to look at this in context. The second person is going to be, of course, Rey Skywalker, which is just a phenomenally bad idea in my opinion, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. The third, believe it or not, is going to be Chewbacca. Chewbacca is going to be heavily featured in the movie moving forward. Now, here's something I want to clarify really quick. I don't know if this was considered a new trilogy or if this is just considered to be one movie. We don't really know that yet, or at least I didn't see any clarification in, oh God, it was like an hour-long video that WDW put out. This is basically just your character tier list for people moving forward when it comes to the main central storyline of theatrical releases. So we've got R2-D2, Rey, Chewbacca. Now, number 4 is one we don't know. They've said that this is going to be an unknown character, somebody new, perhaps an apprentice. We don't really know exactly what it is. Now, would I be surprised if they brought back Ben Solo or something like that? Probably not. Man, look at the chat is just not happy about this. No Thrawn. It's not Thrawn. It's not Reva. It's Darth Kennedy. No. Zombie Box Reviews is here. What's up, brother? Good to see you. No. Peter Mayhew. Yes, Peter Mayhew is dead, but they are using, and forgive me, I don't remember his name, the very large, like, Swedish guy. I don't remember his name, but he does fine. He does fine. So, character 4, unknown. We don't really know. I saw in the chat, character 4, unknown, lots of boxes to check. Probably a pretty good idea of what's going to be happening there. And then, last but not least, an apprentice. Character number 5, moving forward. Let's see if anybody can guess who number 5 is in the chat. It is somebody who is established. It's somebody who's already got lots of screen time. Who could it be? Who could it be? Rey Skywalker and Grogu. So we're going to get a Rey, R2, Chewie, Grogu, and unknown, most likely diverse hire extra character. That's what you have to look forward to for the new theatrical release. Now, again, as stated before, this is something that's way out in the future. I mean, they were saying, 2025 for the movie. I don't even know that that's realistically what we're going to get for it. Things can change in the span of a year. Look at what happened with every other Star Wars movie we were supposed to get. But look at chat. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. So yeah, there's a couple interesting talks you could have about, Grogu growing up and yada, yada, yada. But the bottom line is you put Rey as the head of it, and all of the people who were disenfranchised before, well, you're not winning them back. I'll tell you that much. Matt Rispin says 2025 come hell or high water, apparently. Now, this is important that we look at this because here's the problem, and this kind of segues into what's going on with Bob Iger. The big complaint from the sequel trilogy was that the whole one movie a year and trying to get this stuff banged out and done and out, with these absolutely asinine timeframes was a big problem for the sequel trilogy. I'll take that back. They probably had time to do a lot more fleshing out of the story. They could have done a writer's room and just made a coherent story for 3 films. They didn't do that. But that is the really big issue with Bob Iger that a lot of people have stated, is that he is just about get the content out, get the content out, get the content out. It's just hammer him with content. Eventually, one of those turds is going to stick to the wall and they're going to be happy. So everybody's saying Bob Iger coming back is a good thing. Think twice. And then beyond that, there's a bunch of news going on right now about Nelson Pelts, who they called, he's an activist investor. That's not what you think when you're saying activist investor. It's not like somebody who puts on a purple wig and screams how toxically masculine the board of directors is. He was gunning for, Nelson Pelts was gunning for for Bob Iger. He's like, I want my money back, bitch. And he got exactly what he wanted. He got a 35%, win over his buy-in to the shares, and basically stopped pursuing Bob Iger, stopped pursuing trying to get on the board. And that's it. I mean, obviously it depends on which news site you go to. Essentially, I woke up this morning and I see two different websites. One says, crazy conservative idealist Nelson Pelts is completely ignored by board of directors for Disney. And then the other one says Nelson Pelts achieves complete victory and decides he's no longer going to pursue the board. So it's like, which is which? Well, if you really think about it, in the end all be all, he's 35% over. He's getting his money back. There's no culture war going on with Nelson Pelts at this point. It's over. He got his money. That's all he cared about. So take that for what you will. I mean, I think a lot of people really felt like Nelson Pelts was going to just, drain the swamp, turn the thing upside down, and bring back the magic. But to be honest with you, it seems like all that really came out of it is Nelson got his money. They cut 7,000 jobs. They're upping the amount of people they can bring into a park, and that's it. Now, there may be a lot more news there I'm not aware of. I'm going to keep my ear to Valiant Renegade and his channel because he's the numbers guy. And if I'm going to find it anywhere, it's going to be there. What a great little profile picture. Clear Reva will be the other lead in the film. I don't think we're going to get Reva back. If I had to be honest with you, I feel like they did kind of a test when it came to releasing that the HasLab saber that didn't go anywhere. That's a pretty good test of like, does this person sell? They don't sell. No, they don't sell. So, okay, I guess we don't have to do it then. So other than all that dredge and dammetry and shit, it's not going the way we thought, and this is what we have to look forward to for Star Wars movies. Jedi Survivor also got delayed. So that's sick. State of Star Wars is really supposed to be like, let's talk about what's going on kind of in canon and all the great things we can discuss about lore and all these different things. And the bottom line is, I got nothing for you guys when it comes to that. There's nothing great going on. They have the Bad Batch going on right now, which is being very affectionately referred to as the mid batch. It's just not hitting the hearts and souls of people, I think, the way that a lot of us had hoped. They did say that I think this week they're doing the 2-episode release and everything's supposed to completely flip on its head and we're totally in for a completely different ride on the second half of the season. I've heard that so many times at this point about so many shows that I haven't watched last week's yet. So what I have been doing, and I wanted to share this with you guys before anybody else, because these things are probably going to be gone pretty quick. If anybody collects LGT sabers, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There's an app called AliExpress. I'm sure a bunch of you guys have probably heard of that before. I've been digging around and I found for $35 a Qui-Gon lightsaber. I call it Qui-Gon Light because it's not screen accurate, but it's pretty badass. Check out this thing. It was $35, all metal construction. It's got the sleeve. Friggin' $35. You can't be mad at that, dude. And if it's an LGT saber, you can just switch out the LGT core. So if you've got a NeoPixel somewhere, bam, you've got a wonderful Qui-Gon NeoPixel lightsaber. So it's pretty cool. I tried the electronics on this thing. Dude, they are so bad. They are so bad. It's like, change-ring karu. But Watto is the noise when it's powering down, which is kind of cool. I really enjoy that. Other than that, in the collecting world, I still have those 120 figures that I unboxed and then put back in a box, and now they're sitting in my hallway, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. But I may do a live stream coming up here pretty soon where I peg them all up on the wall over here, because I have posters everywhere on this wall, but I don't have figures. So I think I'm just going to nail it all down with figures. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know about again, but I think they pushed it 6 weeks in the original announcement. So yeah, nothing really great there. He says waiting for Mando to be delayed. Yeah. Yeah, this is the only kind of semi-interesting thing right now is looking at like who else could be in the movie. Who would I care about that would be in the movie? I mean, obviously R2 and Chewie I love. But who else could be alive right now? I mean, Grogu's probably going to be aged up, right? So he'll be what, like 70 something at that. How old would he be at that time? So maybe he ages a little differently. It wouldn't be like a massive jump, so I couldn't imagine he'd look super different. But you know, as stated, this is another great opportunity for Disney to merchandise the shit out of Grogu because they can turn him into a teenager and then just merchandise the shit out of his teenager stuff. So be ready for a lot of Grogu here in the next coming years. Obviously, we got Mando coming up, which that's like, dude, that's like my last bastion of hope for some decent Star Wars content. I'm still excited for Mando. There's a lot of baggage there that kind of comes along with that, but I think it's got a shot at being good. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they've got something tucked up their sleeve that's going to make somebody mad. That's just the way Star Wars is. Depending on how far it is from the Rise of Skywalker, we could get Lando. I think Lando is probably not going to be around. If I had to guess, I don't know. I could be wrong. Brendan Delepa for $10 says, I think it's simple. They want money, so they will make movie with sequel characters / OT, knowing that both groups of fans will show up regardless. They get the best of both worlds. I would have agreed with you. Probably like 2 years ago. But at this point, dude, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that really holds the weight that it used to. I think there would be, I'm not going to call it a boycott at all. But I think there would just be a massive no-show for Star Wars theaters when this movie drops. It just kind of depends. I don't know. It's tough because Star Wars fans are so like heroin addicts, man. It doesn't matter what it is. We're going to hate watch or we're going to, you know, I've said it a million times. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm still going to see it. It's still Star Wars. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm really thinking this is just a bad direction to go. Why would you? I mean, obviously why? It's because it's going to save them money. But why would you immediately take a route that's divisive for the fan base? And they're like, well, we've already got the parks and we've already got all that. I totally understand that. But I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't take nearly as much to reskin or retheme those parks as you might think. Keep Rise of the Resistance the way it is. You don't have to change it. You don't have to change 100 stormtroopers and, you know, change the characters and change the whole ride. Leave Rise of the Resistance the way it is. Smuggler's Run has already got, you know, Hondo in it. So there's your, you know, I just feel like it wouldn't take that much. It really wouldn't take that much. And fans would be so appreciative for it. I just don't think it'd be that hard. But thank you for the 10, sir. Can't get my brain off of Hogwarts Legacy, man. I've just been enjoying the crud out of that. Yeah, Mando would be probably dead at that point. He's older. He's already older. I don't know how old he is in Mando, to be honest with you. I'd have to imagine he's probably in his 40s, late 30s, something like that. Tough to say. What's up? Ted's Nerd World is here. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I know. I can't help myself, dude. It's like a drug. I just want to get off it, man. I just want to go play some Hogwarts. Yeah. And you know what? The cool thing is that there's always going to be the Star Wars that we love. That's why I so thoroughly enjoy our Fridays and the Star Wars that we love podcast. You know, having Jay on, sitting down, talking about the Star Wars, that brings back good memories, the nostalgia. You can smell the popcorn, see all your geeked out friends with terrible freaking Darth Maul makeup on and stuff. It makes me happy. You know what I mean? And I look around and I'm like, yeah, this is the stuff that we love. I just, if I'm being dead honest with you guys, I don't think it's coming back. I don't think it is. And I've waited a really long time to say I don't think it's coming back. I don't ever think Star Wars is dead. But to be foolish enough to say that it could be back to like the George era level. Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Evan Martin? How you doing, brother? I'm just over here getting depressed. Don't mind me. It's Thursday, you know? Just getting depressed on my own Star Wars channel talking about Star Wars. Ridiculous. On another news front, I guess what's really great is that we are getting the Kindergartner show. That's on track. That'll be coming out on time. Why not? I don't even remember the name of it. What's the name of that show? Star Wars Kids Show. I literally, I don't even remember the name of it. I think it's a High Republic Kids show. I think it's a High Republic Kids show. Star Wars Kids. Is it Galactic Pals? Rismoon would know. What the hell is the name of that show? A Galaxy of Stories. Oh my god, have you guys seen this website? Oh, Star Wars. What have you done? What have you done? Let's look through this really quick. I've never really I haven't dug through the Star Wars website in God knows how long. Generally, anything established Star Wars now does not like me as a fan. I'm the wrong type of fan for them. I like things like good stories, action, decent acting, lightsaber fights, space battles, war in space. You know, all of the things that Star Wars clearly is not. We like diversity and dinosaurs. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. Yeah, that's what this is. Let's take a look at this real quick. Present. Fuck, man. What is happening, dude? All right, here we go. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. This one's on track. Is that like a baby Wampa? What is that? Is that Yoda? Man, you got a big ass head. This May the 4th will see the start of a new Star Wars adventure for fans of all ages. Whatever. That's cool. I wish I'd had a show like that when I was a kid. This teddy bear thing's fucking freaking me out. This is going to be a Sith. She should not be practicing Vapod. Why does she have a purple lightsaber? Am I going to get taken down if we watch this? Oh, God, I don't like you. Look at that. Look at that. Got a little Star Wars High Republic action. Jedi brave in every way. I give up. Visions. Okay. Here's an interesting take, okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm more excited for Visions than probably any other project. And I know you're probably like, bro, what have you been smoking in that freaking Hogwarts classroom? But I'm telling you, this is why. This is why I'm excited for Visions. I hate anime. I'm not an anime guy at all. And I'll tell you from Visions 1, there was a lot of stuff there I really didn't like. But having said that, I think this is an opportunity at least for some fresh takes on storytelling where we're not shoehorned in with the bullshit that we usually get. And it'll be a new idea. It's a new turn. It's something new. I'm more excited for that than I am for the next theatrical release of Star Wars now after looking at the shit that came out on the WDW. So I don't know. What's up, Raging Rhino? How you doing, brother? Everybody's like, bro, please stop. Fuck, let me go. X-Weeb, fuck off. Junk man. That looks like some gay shit. Yeah. X-Wing hyped for Visions. Let's go. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, don't take that at face value. The only reason I'm excited for it is because it's how shitty everything else is. All right. I hate to be that guy, but it's just how shitty everything else is going. That's why I'm excited for Visions. When we were like in the middle of the hype for Mando and all that stuff and Visions came out, I'm like, bro, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that. What was the one that there was one that drove. I think it was we were all excited for the Boba Fett episode, and then I think it was like Tatooine Rhapsody or something. I don't remember. It was pretty bad. There were some cool ones though. I got to admit, I liked the one where they kind of went back to the old style of canon, where your lightsaber color is dictated by like the type of Jedi you are. That was kind of dope. Yeah, I agree though. It's interesting, artistic, and not bound to canon. Unique. I agree, and I think that we need so much more of that shit right now in Star Wars, because constantly getting shoehorned back into the same shit over and over and over and over again. I think that's what's beating us to death right now. That's what's beating me to death. And the apathy is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse every day. So I need something else. You know what I mean? I see Bill Tack is in here. What's up, bro? 75% of Visions 1 was pretty rad. Looking forward to Volume 2. Yeah, a lot of it, it's hard for me to get over because I'm just really not an anime dude. But it's not just Star Wars. Most stuff is bad right now. I can't disagree, dude. Yeah, I mean, Marvel fans, I feel like they've had it pretty rough with Phase 4 for sure. And then that Ant-Man movie came out, and it seems like quite a few people aren't happy with it. But I don't know. I'll have to go see that for myself and make my own decisions. I'm not like a huge Marvel psychopath, so I did watch every Captain America movie, or every movie Captain America was in when I couldn't sleep the other night. I watched them all over again. The first Avenger is still the best by far. Still think it's, I don't know, Winter Soldier is pretty dope too. I don't know. Yeah, Ninth Jedi. That was a good one. I like that. That was good. Why do you have so many toys?
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
no idea, man. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. At this point, your guess is as good as mine, dude. We just need, I feel like we need some bold storytellers in the front of Lucasfilm right now. And by bold, I don't mean stunning and brave. Bravery should have nothing to do with it. I'm talking about interesting stories. And that's why it's one of the reasons why I'm kind of bummed out Andor gets as much shit as it did, because it was pretty boring for like a good portion of the show. But having said that, it was a fresh take. It looked Star Warsy, minus the bricks, the screws, the AK-47s, the weird fucking snowboard boots, the scuba masks, which just bothered the shit out of me for some reason. Everything Cyril in the cereal. Other than that, you know, I feel like it was a fair attempt. It was a fair attempt, and I wish it had come at a different time, because I feel like it would have done a little bit better. I don't know how much better, but I feel like it would have done a little bit better. This is honestly probably like 40% collectibles, 60% like useless plastic. I would probably have a hard time reselling, if I'm being honest with you. Lots of plastic. What's up with your camera? Figure it out. There we go. Jonas J. Campbell in the house. I was just talking about WDW Pro. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who they are, but they're linked down in the description. Yeah, we're just, we're all kind of, I don't know about we're all. I'm kind of lamenting right now. I'm just not feeling super great. Not feeling super great about Star Wars. I haven't been streaming on my channel talking about it. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Chewbacca says, I want a man's man who will go balls to the wall in Star Wars, hang free in the wind kind of guy and let it ride. Fuck yeah. That's my kind of language. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I just feel like I feel like we do need kind of like a fast-paced pew pew, you know, war story. I feel like that would bring a lot of people in. And what's weird is a lot of people, I feel like I talk to a lot of people and they don't necessarily agree with me. They're like, no, we want the slow burn. We want the serious. I'm like, dude, you can have a serious, crazy, fast-paced, awesome war story. I keep saying, go back to the clones. Either give us like a Bucketheads is fucking awesome. I love those guys. But I'm trying to remember Transmute Pictures. Transmute Pictures Bucketheads is awesome. I think that's something we could kind of move forward to. You know what I mean? Or a Clone War, just a live action Clone Wars show, I think would be absolutely amazing. You still got Tamara Morrison. Obviously he's in good shape after everything when they were calling him Bubba Fat. He went and got in shape. Stick him in some armor. Do a 501st show. Give us something Clone Wars live action. Again, one of those things super doable with the volume. You've got Tamara Morrison. You really don't need to pay any other actors. If you think about it, you could have Ewan McGregor show up for a minute just for like a badass moment. I don't know. I didn't even read that. Sorry. Felicity, what's up? If Tony Gilroy had stopped sniffing his farts, maybe I could have gotten totally on board with Andor. There was some good stuff in there, but we shouldn't have to dig for gold in Star Wars. Yeah, I agree and disagree. Yeah, I mean, to some point, I don't think the story was self-serving at all. But it was a little aloof. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Yeah, it was a little aloof. I guess that'll work. I don't know. Thomas Didymos, you're a funny guy, X-Wing. Star Wars sucks except for Clone Wars Season 7, Mando, Visions, Andor, Jedi Fallen Order. That's pretty much every show. Did you not watch Kenobi or Book of Boba Fett? I mean, that's pretty much like where my beef lies, for sure. And don't worry, when Acolyte comes out, I'll have plenty to talk about there too. And Bad Batch Season 2 has been fucking terrible. Have not enjoyed it. Darth Wizzy Wizard says, we expect A++ effort, not a D or E or F. Yeah, that's the bottom line. I mean, the problem is we're spoiled little shitheads. We're big time spoiled little shitheads when it comes to Star Wars. Why? Because we were spoon-fed some of the greatest content of all time. And every 3 years, we got to see another one. I guess it's just we were born into being spoiled little shitheads when it came to the content that we expect. But when you buy that franchise, when you spend the money to buy it, you're expected to do that. You're expected to keep up the level of content, which really isn't all that much if you think about it. I mean, it was a show, a couple seasons, and a movie every 3 years. Space out freaking God knows decades between the movies. I don't feel like it's that tough. But what do I know? I'm just a toxic white male piece of shit Star Wars fan. Moving on. That's why. Oh shit, I lost it. That's why they call the streamer Disney Plus. I like it. Yeah, Lucas set a high bar. John Williams set a high bar. ILM set a high bar. Doug Chang, I feel like it's so crazy because he's been a big part of that for for such a long time, and he's been involved with so many of these projects. But I feel like that motherfucker just shined during the prequels. Doug Chang was just an absolute beast. Ted said, let's just go play Hogwarts. That's kind of how I'm feeling, dude. It's tough. Like I said, I didn't even want to do this stream. It's not good news. It's not anything I'm excited about. No, I don't want another Rey movie. Why would I want that? I'm looking for new shit I can be excited about, new collectibles, streams I can talk about the stuff that happened. And, for me, I don't like shit posting. I don't like having conversations that I'm not a fan of. It's nice every once in a while just to kind of gripe with your buddies and be like, God, didn't that suck? But having that be a full-time job as a YouTuber just sounds fucking horrible, and I'm not interested in doing it. So, I mean, we'll see what happens over the next couple of years as, this stuff continues or changes, or I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Everything's kind of up in the air right now, but I will be truthful with you guys, truthful to a fault, possibly sometimes with my channel, because, yeah, what's the point in lying? Subscribers? Fuck that. So we'll be talking about it. I think Acolyte's going to be a lot of fun for us because that's not something I'm super invested in when it comes to a show. So we can just kind of laugh at some of the hilarity. If it winds up being an absolutely amazing show, I will totally kiss my own foot or whatever you. I don't know what the phrase is there. Yeah, I'll totally bend over and kiss my own butt. Like, oh, yep, sorry, nope, I was wrong on that one. If it's a good show, I don't think it's going to be a good show. I saw the Katniss Everdeen archers in their medieval cosplay at the Ren Fair on set, and the Wookiee with the top bun and stuff, and it just screams High Republic. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. The set leaks were just, which is such a shame too, because the first picture I saw was like a Jedi in the woods, and it was kind of foggy, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah. No, that went away very quickly. Well, people wrote songs about how Lucas raped their childhood in the prequels era. It wasn't all roses. Agreed. But some things age like fine wine. The prequels made a huge comeback, especially with the old Gen Z crowd, which is great. I'm glad they enjoy it because I enjoyed it when I was a kid. So it's really just problematic old white males like you that don't like the prequel trilogy. Keep an eye out on Junkman's channel. I'm going to be over there doing some Star Wars Jeopardy here before too long. Yeah, guys, that's what I have for tonight. Honestly, I'm super I've been really bummed out since the WDW thing dropped, because what I was really hoping to hear was, hey, we got a bunch of great news. We're going to bring in some other studios. We're going to lease out the IP so that we can get some other people, get some more hands on these projects, and get a little bit more content out to you guys. Diverse content. Not that. Diversify the content. I was sure that's what we were going to hear. And then I watched the video, and WDW ripped my heart out of my chest. And he's like, by the way, guess what you're getting for Christmas? Fucking Way Skywalker. I'm like, God damn it. And I was getting messages from everybody. They're like, bro, you have to go on. You have to talk about this. Dude, you have to get on. You have to talk about it right now. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, I'm not in a good spot. No, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, I'm going to go play Hogwarts. Y'all fuck off. I'll see you on Thursday. I'm going to talk about it on Thursday. It was just, it was shitty, man. It was shitty. Felicity Poobell with a $5. You got to fire people and take $3 billion from your budget. Stop trying to stuff Ray down people's throats with a spoonful of Grogu. Just super dumb. Yeah, I don't understand what the logic. I mean, again, it always goes back to the money. It's a lot cheaper to do it this way than it is to rebrand everything. But I mean, what are we, 5 years old? We know sometimes you got to take a hit to make things right. You said something dumb. Guess what? The bully's going to come back. He's going to smack you in the jaw, but then maybe you wind up best friends. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take your medicine and then figure it the fuck out on the back end. And I think that's what they should be doing. And again, like I said, take all this as you may. I'm not saying this is 100%. I have a tendency to think, again, like I said, that any of these, supposed leaks or rumors or whatever the case may be, that start with a logical reason as to why it's happening, I'm far more inclined to believe. And so if this is a financial decision, I'm going to believe that over culture war any day of the week, because the bottom line is those people in the Alabaster halls, they don't give a fuck about your culture war. ESG and money. That's it. And the two are tied. So don't get it twisted, man. Thank you, Felicity Poobell, for the $5. I need a little dancing in my life. So catchy, man. I get copyrighted every time I play that. I don't care. It's so good. Yeah. Leslie Headland is heading the Acolyte. It has no chance. That's 100% how I feel. Look, after I was like, you know what? Maybe she's going to pull something out of her ass and we're all going to be like, holy shit, Leslie Headland should be running Lucasfilm. I'm willing to leave that open because you know what I always do? I always go back to when I heard that Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker. And I'm like, wow, we're destroying Batman. That's going to be terrible. This fucking string is driving me nuts. Yeah, way to ruin Batman. This is going to be absolutely horrible. And then Heath Ledger does the most amazing Joker in cinematic history. And I'm like, bleh, okay, I'm never going to look at something and be like, it's trash before I can look at it. I can definitely have feelings about it, but man, after I saw, dude, everybody wants the legacy. After I saw Heath Ledger do that, I just feel like you can never take anything at face value. Somebody can always surprise you. You never know. I happen to fucking hate Leslie Headland just as a person. When it comes to content, a lot of people, I've said that before, and people are like, you need to go watch Russian Doll. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's the same thing when it comes to Rian Johnson and The Last Jedi and Glass Onion and Knives Out and all that stuff. I can still watch and enjoy the content, but I fucking hate the person that made it. Excuse my French. I keep saying the F word. I still just hate the person that made it. And as I'm watching it, I'm thinking about the person talking and doing all the things that I hate. So it does kind of ruin it to a degree. Definitely Leslie Headland is one of those people. And after seeing the pre-production photos come out, the set leaks and the costumes and stuff like that, not a whole lot of hope. Not a whole lot of hope. Oh, I think I fixed my soundboard too. Let's see if this works. How loud is this? Like a bantha.
Like a bantha. Yes.
I can't hear it. Maybe you guys heard it. I don't know. Yeah. You're leaving it open. Yeah, this is one of those ones where, like, dude, if the Acolyte sucks ass, I'm not going to be upset at all. I've definitely, what do they say? Temper your expectations. They're tempered. Boy, they're fully tempered. They're ice cold. So if this thing sucks ass, I really don't care. Okay, it did play. Nice. Okay. I'll turn it up a little more next time. Yeah, if Acolyte is one of those things that blows, whatever, dude. Honestly, I don't care. I didn't have any expectations. The second I heard Leslie was running it, I was like, whatever. Which sucks too, because we're getting a Sith show. Like, we should be getting some gangbuster shit if we're getting a Sith show. But again, we'll see. I don't know. Heath Ledger. I'll just keep referencing that. Heath Ledger. You never know. Yeah. What's up, Maria? How you doing? Long time no talk. Haven't seen you in a while. Felicity says, has Lucasfilm actually officially announced anything on the Acolyte, or has it all come from the trades? I'm not confident we'll actually get that. I mean, the only thing we really got was the title screen. So far as I know, everything else has been from the trades. Excuse me. All we got was the Acolyte, and then everything else has been behind-the-scenes reporters, leaking set photos, discussions. I think Leslie Headland... Wait a minute. I think the only other thing we had was like an interview, basically, where it was confirmed that, yeah, the show was actually being made. And that was it. I don't know. But... some people in the chat are mad aggressive. Is it your first time at the Hangar Bay, bro? Yeah. Yeah. According to Cameron, the trades are being fooled. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I don't know. We'll see. The new rumor on Acolyte is it's dead, and what we saw as filming was them filming to actually try and pitch to get the show made. That's what they picked to pitch the show? Are you sure?
What an idiot!
I probably would have done something different, but you never know. If they took the sequels out of canon, then they could do a non-canon movie with Rey and reboot the main timeline. Win-win for everyone. Not perfect, but a better idea than what we're doing. Buddy, we can beat our heads against the wall and we can hold our breath until our faces go blue. They're not going to retcon the sequel trilogy. They're not going to let it go either. The bottom line is, and I mean, this is something that, this was something that was discussed, is as a financial decision, it would cost too much to go back and change the parks, go back and change the merchandise, go back and change the experiences, and then also do movies as well. So, yeah. Lol, that's not how Hollywood works. Well, you would know, wouldn't you? I don't know. I'm not in the ivory tower. I'm not in the halls with the politicians. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know that. I'm just a simple collector trying to make my way through the galaxy. I hear Leslie Jones is writing and starring Chewbacca fan bullshit. Troll in the dungeon. Oh my god. If there's... Dude. Okay. Hold on. Junkman. I gotta fix my camera. Do it, lad. There we go. Why would I not be surprised if there is actually some truth to this? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Retcon stuff is cheating. It means you never have to take care if it's good. You can always redo later. Yeah. Or you do it once and realize that you completely fucked up and then win back the goodwill of your fan base. But again, never going to happen. Never going to happen. Dino is going to Celebration and not even excited about it? Bro, I'm sorry, dude. I was really thinking about trying to go, but I don't know at this point, dude. Flying all the way across the pond to go to a Star Wars Celebration where I know I'm clearly not welcome, that doesn't sound that great to me. You know what I mean? Velma got made, so anything is possible. Well, that's the right type of thinking. That's the problem, right? You know what I mean? Multiverse is cheating. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do a Star Wars multiverse. I've been wrong before, though. Shit, you want to talk about, you know, Bob Iger getting his way? They could pump a movie out every year in the Star Wars multiverse of what if this happened, and oh my god, we're bringing back this guy. By the way, Rob Schneider is Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Donna, if you go, I'll go. We'll hang out together the whole time. We'll just get drunk and laugh at people. This is Donna Hergenrether and X-Wing. Like the two old guys in the Muppets. Did you see that one? No. That could be fun. I would just live stream for 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day. Velma finished today. Dude, honestly, I didn't watch a single episode of Velma. I have zero interest in it. I'm not watching it to shitpost on it. I'm not giving it any attention. No hate watching. I heard enough with people talking about it that I'm good. Yeah, Star Wars Meg wouldn't want to meet up with me. I'm no longer part of their accepted people in the fan base. I'm what's known as a toxic grifter now. Unbelievable, man. If you guys go get footage of that panel, I'll do a video on it. Dude, if I get footage of that panel, I'm doing a video on it. Watch it just be like the only actually well choreographed lightsaber fight we've gotten in the past fucking 15 years of Star Wars. Like, who'd have thunk it? The drag queens did it. By golly. They perfectly nailed the choreography. Best lightsaber duel we've ever had. Watch me be surprised. All right, everybody. We've been going for 55 minutes and 55 seconds. That's going to be it for me. I got nothing else under my belt. I got nothing else I want to talk about unless you want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, because I will talk about that until I'm blue in the face. But I would rather just go play the bitch, because goddamn, that game is fun. I may see you over on the gaming channel tonight. If you haven't already, please drop by the gaming channel. I left the link in the description down there. Unless you don't like watching gaming, then don't. But I've created a character named Barnabas Crumblebutt. And we've been running around Hogwarts and running all over London, making trouble, having fun, casting spells, being shitheads. It's enjoyable. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I know it's been a long time, but there is obviously our scheduled stream tomorrow with Jay. We're going to be doing the probably I'm most excited for this one, I think. Revenge of the Sith with Jay, the Star Wars We Love podcast. And then Saturday night, obviously join me and Matt Rissman and maybe somebody else. We'll see if they're feeling up for it. For a late night where we can get real toxic, real shitty, real terrible human beings talking about Star Wars. Thanks everybody for being here. Love you guys. Appreciate you much. We'll see you on the next one, okay? Chicka chicka chow.